Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about memory system of a computer. The memory is normally like a brain of computer and CPU is like heart of computer. If we know the memory system and memory organization of a computer, we can improve the performance of computer because the speed of the CPU is mainly based on the data transfer. Data transfer is directly associated with memory. So, if we manage the memory system, the computer power can be easily improved. The memory system in computer, we will discuss about the overview of CPU, basic memory concept, internal memory operation, external memory devices. So already we are familiar with the overview of CPU. The main blocks of CPU are the memory devices, arithmetic and logical unit, control unit, input and output devices. The red lines indicates the data transfer, data signal movement. The blue dotted lines indicates the control signals. So the main memory is associated with the control unit and the input output devices. In the main memory, the RAM, ROM, a cache. Cache is a special form of RAM and virtual memories are associated in main memory. Then backing or auxiliary storage or nothing but the external storage devices is associated with the main memory and the control unit. Then the control unit is interfacing with input and output devices and also the arithmetic and logical unit. The basic concept of the memory. The maximum size of the memory that can be used in any computer is determined by the addressing scheme. 16-bit address is equal to 2 power 16, that is equal to 64 kilobyte memory locations. So most modern computers are byte addressable. If the forward address indicates the byte address from 0 to 3 and 4 to 7, so on up to 2 power k minus 4. So there are two types of assignment of byte address. One is big Indian and another one is little Indian. The big Indian address assignment is assigning from left to right. The little Indian assignment is from right to left. Then starting up of our boost sequence, when the computer is booting up, it loads the first instruction from BIOS, that is basic input output system. This is a small set of instruction held in ROM, that is read only memory. It then makes a basic check of all the hardware available to see that it is working correctly. That is called a post check, that is power on self test. The main operating system is loaded into the random access memory, that is RAM, from backing storage, normally a hard disk drive. Then how to running the programs? The CPU needs to have fast access to the programs and data to minimize the time the user has to wait for a result. So programs and data are held in RAM. Only when the program is closed or file saved or the results in backing storage such as the hard disk. In a computer, there are many different types of memory. The common shorthand for memory is main memory. This is the store of programs and data currently running on the computer that the processor has immediate access to. The size of the memory is measured in bytes. So the internal memory operations. The internal memories are classified as RAM, ROM, cache memory, virtual memory. The RAM, the random access memory, this type of memory can be used from and returned to. It is a volatile, which means the contents of the memory are lost when the machine is switched off. The contents can be changed as the need arises, such as the user running a different types of application program. For example, switch from a web browser to a word processing program. The amount of main memory in a computer is 1. The main factors after the CPU affecting the speed at which the computer runs. The typical size of main memory is between 1 to 4 GB. In modern machines, it goes to beyond this level up to 8 GB, 16 GB. RAM is described as volatile memory. Its states can be quickly changed. Then next one is cache memory. Cache memory is a special type of RAM, a special memory storage typically of 512K or 1 MB in size. This is very fast memory, and being on the CPU chip, it is close to the ALU. As already we have seen in the overview the architecture of CPU. Its purpose is to present delay in programs or data arriving from main memory so that the arithmetic and logical unit is kept as busy as possible. Then ROM, read-only memory. This type of memory can be read from but not written to. Programs stored on ROM are permanent, which means the contents cannot be changed. This may not sound very useful, but when we switch the computer on, it has to be told what to do, and this very basic programs called a bootstrap will be stored in RAM. The bootstrap program performs a series basic checks to make sure that the hardware components such as keyboard, mouse, screen, etc. are present and working before it loads in the full operating system from the hard disk drive. ROM is described as non-volatile, meaning its state cannot be changed. Then next one is virtual memory. Although the size of main memory may seem quite big at around 4 GB, this is not anywhere nearly enough to store all the program that we may have running on our computer at any moment in time. To get around this operating system uses a computer called virtual memory. This makes the programs think that they have all the space that they need in RAM or physical memory, whilst in fact they are actually using space in backing storage. The trade-off is that programs could run more slowly as the programs and data has to be moved from backing storage into main memory and back again. Then the external memory we can see the magnetic hard disk drives, optical disk, that is the CD and DVD, readable and writable, the floppy magnetic tape, flash memory, memory sticks, the online storage or the cloud. So already we are familiar with all these the external memory devices. We will see all the working principles of the external memory devices in next class. Thank you.